Hey everybody, 52 for you here, back with another video where I'm showing off a wacky, crazy training tool that I used. It was hanging on on the wall for a little while. It was a clock. I had to take it down. Turns out I can't stand the sound of a clock, but it sat there and I could still look at it. How this clock works is I used my positioning. Uh, I have my suits there for orientation, but also they're telling me what card to read, because what I did with this was, depending on the time, there would be a different picture for me to look at. So here's how it works. My fives, when I do my positioning, go top middle. So I turned the 12 into a 12/5. You can see there it represents a 12 and a 5. So fives are top middle. My sixes and kings go top right. I tried to take 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock and make them into not only a 1 and 2, which you can still see. I should have used two different colors almost for the original clock numbers, and then a different color for the piece of that number that is my 6, or the piece of that number that is my king. But anyway, 6 and kings are top right for me. So my 1 and 2 became a half 1, half 6, and half 2, half king. My mid rights are 7s and 10s. So I took the 3 and I tried to make it a 7 and a 10. Bottom rights are 8s and aces. I took the 4. You can see that lent itself pretty easily to an ace. And the 5 sort of became an 8. Bottom middle is just a weird 6 that's sort of me. It's not me as a card, it's just kind of me. That doesn't matter too much, won't get into that. My bottom left are 2s and jacks, and I put this square around the suits so I can take the 6 and the king and put them in the two little corner pieces, or I can take the 8 and the ace and put them in those corner pieces. So the 2 and the jack would go in that bottom left there. So I made a 7 into a 2 and a 8 into a jack. The 9 and the 3 are my mid lefts. I've always struggled with 9 as far as positioning, and I'm not sure why, because mid left is where 9 goes on a clock naturally, so it should be the easiest one for me, and it's almost what I've messed up the most. It probably is. It's that or 7s and 10s. I have a difficult time with the middles opposed to the corners. I'm not sure why. Anyway, there's my 9-3 on the left-hand side there. Queens and the 4s are my top left, with the 10 and the 11. The 4 lent itself to an 11 pretty nicely, and the 10 also turned out pretty good for a queen. So how this works is I look at the second hand. So in this image right here, it's a little tricky because that hour hand is between the 6 and the king perfectly, but that's okay. I would look at the second hand. Second hand's moving the quickest. I look at it first and I go hearts. Okay. And then I go up. And let's say that hour hand is in the 6 o'clock position. I think what I would do if it was dead on like that is I would just do 2 P.A.Os. But so I look at the time, I'm sitting there, I'm working on my laptop, I look up, boom, I see this. I see a heart, I go up, I see 6 of hearts. Or let's say I say king of hearts, because that's me. So heart dictates suit, king of hearts is me. So king, and then I would just go clockwise for my suits. Depending on the day, I could have gone counterclockwise, whatever I wanted. The second hand dictated the first suit that I picked, and then I would just always go clockwise. So king of hearts, and then the ace of clubs. I would go clockwise with the suit, and I would go to the minute hand for the second face value. So king of hearts, ace of clubs, that would be me licking, and then wherever the second hand ended up. So this, let's say it would have ended up at the jack, and I would be doing a jack of spades, because uh, that clockwise direction that I'm going to pick suits, so spades. So I lick a pencil. Jack of spades, if you watch my last one where I showed off my drawings, I was talking about jack of spades as joker loses pencil. So I lick pencil. And that would be the time. Or let's say the second hand was on the spades. I'll do one more. It'd be king, king being kingpin, my spades, my superheroes, my king of spades would be kingpin. I named him king. And then I would do the ace of diamonds, king's studies, and then I would have done it wouldn't have been at the jack. Let's say it would have been also at the ace. Studies a saw. It would have been king studies a saw. Ace of hearts being the saw, ace of diamonds being study, and the king of spades being king. So that's how that works. Just another wild tool that I made. Lots of fun. Go give her a go. If you can stand the sound of ticking, it's going to help a lot. If you're not home a lot, if you're out on the go, yes, it comes in watch form. See you on the next one. 52 for you.